everybody, welcome to my channel. Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into this review of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, episode 3. Can I just tell you, I'm sick of this show. I'm tired of these people playing in our faces, okay? And particularly, Tisha Scott, okay? You get on the interview with Carlos King and say, you 70% owner. Then when you get on this TV show last night, you talking about you 85% owner. Which one is it? Then your mother gets mad because people talking about you because you the CEO. To me, that's the equivalent of DOA. In my definition, meaning it ain't real, it ain't never happened, it ain't never exist, okay? And your husband confirmed it last night when he said you need to play your role, okay? So let's move on to this review of the show. So we open up with Tisha and Kiki still having a conversation. Tisha said that she can't believe out of all people, Kiki would be the one that would try to hurt her like that. Tisha asks, what is the real reason that Kiki is upset with her? Now, is it me or some of this conversation was cut out? Because the conversation just did not seem seamless at all. So Kiki said to Tisha that Tisha left her when she needed her the most. Kiki told her that she took her best friend from her. Tisha didn't get that Kiki was telling her that she was her best friend. Like, that speaks volumes. Kiki, was she really your bestie cousin? For real? Okay. So Tisha tells Kiki that she has to take ownership of her place she was in at the time, but it started mentally affecting her, and she had to protect herself. Tisha said that Kiki at the time told her, F you and that baby. Then when she had the baby, Kiki would come over to her house every day and take her pain meds after she had a C-section, and she could not trust her. That's why she took her to rehab. She said Kiki was violent and unhappy. Tisha apologizes for hurting Kiki, but she couldn't trust her and don't want a relationship with that person, aka Kiki. That person, like Kiki ain't sitting right in front of her, but okay. Kiki said she wants to move forward, but Tisha said she can't let her back in so she can hurt her again. It's going to take time. Now, is it me or Tisha was able to tell everything Kiki did to her, but Kiki wasn't able to tell nothing that Tisha did to Kiki? I'm just asking. Come down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Kiki said it hurts her to see Tisha break down and cry. It hurt her, and she would be mindful of what she say about Tisha's marriage. Kiki said the reason that she was upset with Tisha, she would rather just forgive those things and want to call a truce, and that they never talk about these things again. Kiki said, I don't believe we will have this conversation ever again. Tisha said, okay. We're gonna see Kiki, because Tisha be holding on to stuff, okay? Tisha is having a fun girls get together and is willing to take the steps to try again with Kiki. So they hug it out, and Tisha says, do what you say you're gonna do. Child. To me, this was a great conversation between them. I could see both sides where Tisha, had to pull back from Kiki when she was going through her substance abuse. I get that. But again, why didn't we get to hear Kiki express why she was the things Tisha did to upset her? But she's willing to forgive, then hey, who am I? Okay. So Maurice meets with his father. Oh Lord, another Scott member. He shows his dad around black. Marcel said his father came in from Michigan to come see him. And I'm like, Rose, this was a whole planned situation because he's here on the show. They got to plan that shit. But anyway, the father basically told Marcel not to work so hard and to spend more time with his family. The father said he chased money for years and don't want his kids to make the same mistakes he made. He asked Marcel, when do he get a chance to enjoy the fruits of his labor? He said, because the next thing you know, you turn around and your kids are grown and your wife's hair is grayer and grayer. Marcel said he got to figure it out. With all that advice his father just gave him, he goes into his confessional and said he is not stopping because it's about generational wealth. In my opinion, you can achieve generational wealth and spend time with your family. Like, you have to balance the scales so that you have no regrets, okay? 1 week out of the month or a couple of days out of the month to spend with your family won't hurt you, okay? Anyway, that's just my opinion. So Tisha and Kimmy meet up at a coffee shop because Marcel kicked Tisha out of their office to fit his new business partner in, and not the 70%, the 85% owner of this company. Okay, the owner had no say in where they sit in their own office. Interesting. Tisha said they were looking over the blueprints for Scott Manor. Yeah, right. And that's when Marcel told her that he had a new partner. Wow. The partner had his degree on the wall, but Marcel told Tisha she couldn't put up any of her many degrees. Okay, Marcel is building her an office at the end of the shopping center. In the meantime, she's rotating places to work. Kimmy advised Tisha to talk to Marcel, and it's all about timing and approach. And Tisha said it's very important when expressing her feelings to her spouse. Okay. Mel calls while they're in the middle of their conversation to check on Kimmy because she's planning something with massages and needs to make sure that Kimmy can get massages. So Tisha asked to speak to Mel. Kimmy was a little thrown off by that. Kimmy let her speak to her. Tisha invites Mel to a spa day event. Tisha said that the reason she invited Kimmy to come out is to see how she was doing and to invite her to this event. Kimmy said, sure, this is the first time she's feeling better and wants to hang out. Now, is it me? Or Kimmy had no idea that she was planning this event for her? Because when we get to the event, she said she planned this event to celebrate Kimmy. But when she invited Kimmy, she didn't let Kimmy know that it was an event to celebrate her. But anyway, that's just my observation. Tisha and Marcel had a planned dinner with the children so Marcel can look like he spends time with the family. Tisha wants to speak to Marcel about kicking her out of her office. So Marcel, as they eating dinner, he asked the kids, do they miss Tisha cooking because she has to work? The son said, I would never let my spouse speak to me like that after 17 years. The daughter said, well, what about you, Dad? They all laughed it off or whatever. And then they go to Tisha talking to Marcel by himself. The kids are gone. Tisha said, don't try to shame me in front of the kids. It's probably not the first time, in my opinion. Okay, if he do it on national TV, I'm going to think he do it at home too, in front of the kids. Okay, in my opinion. Okay. So the conversation took place. The conversation that took place next was man versus woman and who can do it better, in my opinion. Then they get into Tisha being 85% owner and figuring out her role in the businesses. But on the interview with Carlos, you said something, whatever. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about that. Owner on paper, point blank period, okay? Although they talked about bringing on a partner, he never ran it past her, and she feels like she should have say in those decisions. Tisha said no one should come to her about the business that she don't know about ahead of time. Okay. Marcel disagrees and feels that the owner and president of the company are separate. Tisha needs to play her role, aka stay the hell up out my business that you own 85% of, or is it 70%? Okay. The rest of the conversation was blah, 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 blah. Okay. About Tisha being kicked out of her office, and basically Marcel said it was no big deal to him and he was not hurt by it. Tisha feels like Marcel stole her office and is sabotaging her growing her new business. Tisha wants Marcel to understand and to acknowledge her feelings. Marcel said he listens to logic and she needs to prove her point. Meaning, I don't give a F about your feelings, okay? Marcel basically said there is no commerce coming from that desk, aka Tisha bringing no money in. So end the discussion. That's a damn shame how he do this woman. And this is the thing I'm talking about. This is why everybody think you be faking. Conversations like this with your husband, makes it look like that boss persona is fraudulent, okay? Tisha had her event to celebrate Kimmy. Again, as I mentioned before, when she invited Kimmy, she didn't let Kimmy know it was an event to celebrate her. But here, it's all of a sudden, it's an event to celebrate Kimmy, but whatever. So she invites all the ladies to the spa and hope that it's drama free. Stormy comes and she's worried about Mel coming and if it's going to be weird energy between them. But didn't you guys leave off at Kimmy party on a we good? Nope. Like, so what's the problem? So Kimmy shows up. I mean, not Kimmy. Kiki shows up. And Stormy said they look just alike. Kiki said it's a compliment to look like me. And Prego Tiffany has this look on her face like, girl, please. Tiffany put the sock on her hand and say, if I put this on my hand, it's considered a puppet. And I'm like, this is just Tiffany trying to save her place on the show. Because what's going on between Tisha and Kiki is between them. Plus, you said you don't know Kiki, so why are you even speaking on her? Okay. Did you find out what Tisha had done to Kiki? Like, find out both sides before you speak. Tisha and Tiffany get into it about the puppets. Tisha says she gonna mail Tiffany a puppet that looks like her. Tiffany says something about, well, puppets is for kids, and you, meaning Tisha, act like a kid. Tisha said, you about to be put out of here. Child, I can't. Tisha, where's your energy for Tiffany? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, you'll come at Mel, you'll come at Kiki. Where's your energy? Okay, my opinion. Kiki said Tiffany be on that BS. Excuse me, Kimmy said Tiffany be on that BS and always starting stuff. Mel likes spa day. She comes in. She says she liked the spa days and glad that Tisha invited her and she's excited to be there. The group is split up into two. Mel, Tiffany, and Stormy go to the sound bathrooms, and Kiki, Kimmy, and Tisha go to the massage chairs. Tisha, Kimmy, and Kiki, Tisha and Kimmy are in the room. Kiki's getting her massage or whatever, and Tisha says to Kimmy, I feel like Tiffany was being shady. And Kimmy was like, she probably was. So in the soundbar room, Tiffany, Mel, and Stormy are in the soundbar room. Tiffany starts talking to Mel about Kiki and how Kiki is not a good person. Mel was like, she's not a bad person. And something about her doing something to her family. And she don't like to surround herself with people like that. Well, bye, Tiffany. Bye. So Tiffany said to Mel, you like to surround yourself with positive people, right? And Mel said, I like the peace of this room and the colors and the sounds. She totally ignored Tiffany. Tiffany was like, was that a deflection? Nope. It was an honest answer. Mel said, I'm enjoying my peace and not continuing this conversation. I said that, okay? My peace, bitch, okay? Stormy said something that wasn't of importance in her confessionals because I don't even remember what the hell she said. Anyway, Kiki lets Kimmy know that she felt like she was an instigator and taking stuff back to Tisha from Mel's Christmas party. Tisha said, why are you bringing it up, Kiki? She said that she never had a chance to talk to Kimmy about it. Kimmy said, so everybody in the room had a lot to say about you talking about your cousin. So everybody in the room is wrong? And Kiki said, yes. Kiki said she felt like everybody exaggerated what happened. So Tisha said, how was it brought up? Kiki let it be known that Stormy brought it up. So Kimmy asked Tisha, do you remember me telling you about Stormy and what Stormy said? Of course, Tisha didn't remember that part, okay? Kimmy said she was surprised about what Stormy had to say because she didn't really know Stormy. So Tisha, are you going to have that same energy for Stormy like you had for Kiki when you find out what Stormy actually said? I need to know. They show a flashback of Stormy saying Marcel is a cheater, but no one talks about Maurice because she was talking to Kimmy in this flashback. And it was a deflection. Let me put it off on someone else and take it off of me. The ladies from the soundbar room, Mel, Kiki, and Tiffany, go to the room where Kiki and them are talking because they heard Stormy's name. Stormy said, oh, let's talk more about Stormy. Child, please, I can't. Stormy said, don't talk, this is her confessionals, of course. Stormy said, don't talk about me behind my back and just make sure I can't hear you. Whatever, girl. Kiki addresses Tiffany, asking her about what she had to say about Kiki. So Tiffany brings up her seeing Kiki and Tisha having a real conversation at an event. Are you talking about when they was in Bessemer, where you was not at, where you really shouldn't have nothing to say? Okay. And then she tried to say that you claim you male friend, but you should be claiming your cousin because that's your cousin. Like, Tiffany, what the fuck are you talking about? She came on this show letting us know she was Tisha's cousin. That was her best friend. So, Tiffany, what are you talking about? Excuse the dog barking in the damn background. That's my neighbor's damn dog. So, Kiki said, you have no idea what you talking about. Kiki said she never acted like she wasn't my cousin. She's my first cousin. So, what are you talking about? You was not there. Tiffany goes, I never claimed to be there. It's none of my business. Absolutely. It's none of your business. So then you see Stormy trying to calm her down. They go and say she pregnant. Who? She pregnant, yeah. But she need to be mindful that she pregnant. You can't be talking shit and don't expect to be talked back to, is all I'm saying. So Tiffany says it rubs her the wrong way that you would throw Tisha under the bus. Child, shut the hell up. So you don't remember Tisha throwing Kiki under the bus by telling her business to the Holtz? You don't remember that part? Because I'm sure you saw that on TV too. So Tiffany goes on to say how she didn't grow up in a big family. She don't have a bunch of cousins. And Kiki kindly cut her off. Well, maybe you don't understand then. And the episode goes off. Like, Tiffany, I don't know. She ain't going to be on the show long. Like, talk about you and Lou and what's going on in y'all life. Why you always in somebody else's business? Anyway, guys, that was the end of the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell so that you know when my next video comes out. Come down in the comment section. Let's have a discussion about this show. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.